Hello and welcome to the second week of Campus Corner. This week the show is brought to you by the Irrepressibles and we're going to be doing a half-an-hour Halloween special. Right, I'm joined in studio by fifth year medical student and a veteran attendee of the VSA Ball down through the years, Ryan Gately. Ryan, thanks a million for coming in.
Oh, you're very welcome.
First and foremost, when and where is the VSA Ball on this year?
When? Well, the VSA Ball's on tonight and it's going to take place in Nihill. Nightclub.
Tonight, Thursday at...
Tonight, Thursday at about, I think doors are 10:30 to 12, maybe?
Right, people coming into the college who don't know what VSA is, what is it and what are you fundraising for?
VSA, that's... I'm not directly involved with VSA, but I do know that VSA, they raise money for people... It's a voluntary organisation and it's where fifth year medical students do a summer elective in Africa and they try and raise money for the hospitals they're going to. And it's just a good cause all around. There's lots of fundraising through the year and this is one of the main events.
This is surely one of their biggest events, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. This is probably the biggest event of the year. I think there's 1,000 tickets being sold for this event.
Right, well, I mean, the VSA Ball is always one of the highlights, really, of...
It is, that's for sure.
It's one of the highlights of the Halloween week, anyways. It's the thing I think of anyways when we go to Halloween. Always a great selection of costumes and stuff. Now, you've been to a fair few of them. What's maybe the best costume? Maybe the best 3 or 4 costumes you've seen down through the years?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many, King. I remember last year, there was this person and they had a sort of a baby on someone's back. If you get me, it was the same person, but they had like 2 people in the one costume.
Not the classic granny carrying a baby costume.
You know it?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah. That was very good.
That is very good.
And then there's some guy, there's some person went as a tree, an actual tree.
Wow.
One of the darker...
Make it work?
Yeah, he did. Leaves, and he was dark skinned as well, so it worked perfectly.
Right. Excellent.
Very well.
Top 2 costumes there, do you think? Those 2?
Definitely.
Those 2. What are you going to go as yourself this year?
I'm thinking of a leprechaun. Even though I'm getting a bit of grief because I've done it before, but...
A leprechaun?
A leprechaun,
now, let me just say for our audiences here now, Ryan Gately is over 6'4", possibly
6'5".
6'5", I didn't
6'5",
want to insult you there.
so.
We're going to say 6'5". Not 20 leprechauns hitting the old 6'5" mark.
No, there's not. It's a niche market, you see. I'll be the only 6'5" leprechaun at that.
And you found a leprechaun costume to fit a 6'5"?
I did. Well, no. The thing is, it goes mid-shin. It's only up to about mid-shin.
Like the French tennis style.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be a bit of leg on show tomorrow for all the ladies if they want to
like
come
the
along.
Rafael Nadal version of...
Yeah, I'm the Irish Rafael Nadal of the leprechaun world. Of the leprechaun world.
Okay. Well, I mean, the part of the whole night is obviously the costumes and all that type of stuff. And I remember from VSA's back in the day.
Oh, you've been to one?
Yeah, I was at one a couple of years ago now. I've done my time.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was a great night. But I remember certainly that there was a couple of categories for prizes, at least. I remember because I ironed a few of them. Wasn't successful. But there was more than just one category. What are the different categories for prizes, do you think?
Well, I know there's definitely one. There's one for last few years I was there anyway. There's one for best costume. There's one for best group costume as well. I think where there was, if people went as a group, crayons for example or whatever. There's one for that. Spot prizes, things like that. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the VSA always has a good selection of spot prizes and everything there to give out to everyone. You have a good few friends in the VSA committee. From
I do.
Have they been working hard over the last while?
Oh, very hard. Yeah. They do. There's been backpacking going on. They've been out with buckets raising money around the college. There's other things. We organised a quiz in the Keys a couple of weeks ago. There was... God, what else was there?
For organising this ball, though, have they been working overtime now?
Oh yeah, they've been very hard. Yeah, they had to put up posters all around college. They had to make the posters. They had to book Halo, get the publicity out there, print the tickets, stuff like that.
Are they paying big fee for Halo? Halo's a tough place to get to on a full night.
Well, to be honest, I actually don't know. I can guess. I can guess. I'd say it was very expensive.
You can throw out wild figures here.
I'll throw out a wild figure. 6 million. It cost them 6 million.
6 million. Fair enough.
We have to get 600,000 people there to make it cut even. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you might want to say that line. The old fire inspector might be have a few questions. You've got your ticket.
I do. Yeah. I got it. They sell out. They sell out every year, so you have to get them early.
I would say so. You haven't been talking about what ticket sales are doing. Like I was down there yesterday. Now I was down early Wednesday morning, and there was a fair old line coming back from the Sox box.
Yeah, there was.
Do you think is there any chance of somebody, let's say now, hearing this 4 o'clock on Thursday, chance of getting a ticket?
I'd say the only way you get a ticket is if someone had bought a ticket and then decided not to go for whatever reason. So I'd say if you asked around, if you know anyone in medicine, maybe they've got some spare tickets. I think they're sold out of the Sox box at the moment, but I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me.
And they're €10, right?
€10, yeah.
€10, so you don't want to be paying any more than that to some scalp.
No, don't let anyone charge you more than €10.
Alright.
And with egg all over your face.
I know the medicine crowd are, you're an in bunch. What's the talk? Clicky. Yeah.
Clicky, you might say.
What's the talk in terms of costumes leading up to this year?
Costumes, okay. Well,
or are people giving up the secrets?
Here's some of the ones I've heard. People are being very cagey, keeping their cards close to their chest.
Not dressing as cages.
No, not dressing as cages. Not going with cards actually close to their chest. That would be ridiculous. What I have heard is, okay, let's see. We had one today. The Green Lantern. Green Lantern. I don't know what that was, but
is anybody going as come on the medicine class now? Surely you can go with some medical. And people go as doctors. And
people frown upon doctors who go as doctors.
Yeah. Anyone going as medical equipment and stuff like that, or
I heard rumor that someone was going as a medical book.
A medical book?
Clinical handbook of
How is that
Oxford.
different to a normal book? Or
well, it's a medical book. It's about medicine. Right. As compared to a novel with the middle, beginning, and end. Do you know what I'm saying here?
I can see the subtle differences indeed. Well, listen, I think what people need to see is that VSA is a great.
It's a great organisation. It raises money for hospitals in Africa who very much need it, and
a lot of people from your class and maybe the class before you would have been going out.
Yeah, there's how many is it? It might be as many as 30 students from our year will go out to different hospitals in Africa, and they donate money to the hospital itself, and they do their summer electives out there, so they're essentially working for free out there.
And is the fundraising on target for this year?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's doing very well. I don't have the exact figures, but I'm pretty sure it's doing very well. And if you see anyone, any VSA people around, try and give them some money because it's a good cause.
It's a good cause, yeah. Well, the VSA Ball is always one of the feature items, I think, on the social calendar after Halloween. It's on tonight in Halo. Ryan Gate will be in attendance. So
as a giant leprechaun. Keep an eye out for.
If you want to see this man, get yourself to Halo tonight. Ryan, thanks a million for joining us.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much.